There are so many different kinds of mushrooms. There are mushrooms that are healthy, mushrooms that can kill you, and there are mushrooms that can make you high. With all the different kinds of mushrooms, it's hard to tell which one is best. So that's why I am going to tell you the top 10 best kinds of mushrooms. Number 10, shiitake mushrooms. The shiitake is an edible mushroom native to East Asia, which is cultivated and consumed in many Asian countries. It is considered a medicinal mushroom in some forms of traditional medicine. Asian culture is objectively better than American culture, so it's only natural that their mushrooms would be medicinal. Shiitake is also my favorite specialty pizza topping at local restaurants. Now, it may actually be best to be well versed in Asian culture before attempting at pronouncing shiitake, as the unwise may accidentally make crude remarks around their peers. Number 9, the mushroom clouds from World War II. Eastern Asians got two kinds of mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms and World War II mushrooms. It's debatable whether or not the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki saved lives by ending World War II more quickly, but what's not debatable is how big of a mushroom cloud those nukes made. Number 8, the mushroom cloud from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Unlike the last mushroom cloud on this list, Avatar's mushroom is friendly. I'm not really sure why Aang smacking his staff like that made that sand explode straight upward, but it was still cool looking. Sokka being very high off of cactus juice was very funny throughout the episode, and what made it better was that after being high off of cactus juice, he got high off of mushroom cloud. Number 7, the mushroom clouds from SpongeBob SquarePants. In the third episode of SpongeBob where they all go jellyfishing, there's a scene where Squidward gets attacked by a jellyfish while riding a bike. This makes him trip off a ledge and explode with a mushroom cloud for some reason. After that, the director thought it was such a good crusher, he'd just make characters nuke up whenever they get hit by something. However, SpongeBob was pretty good at keeping people from questioning the weird things that happen sometimes. Number 6, Breloom from Pokemon. Breloom is a Generation 3 Pokemon that is grass and fighting type. He packs quite the punch, being in the OU tier of Smogon.com. He's well known for being one of the only Pokemon to learn Spore, a sleep-causing move with 100% accuracy. Sets that use his ability Technician are more offensive than defensive, with the ability increasing the damage of moves with a base power of 60 or lower. Sets with the ability Poison Heal are more defensive, with the ability recovering Breloom's health each turn if it's poisoned. Breloom always wears a Toxic Orb for the Poison Heal sets. Number 5, the mushrooms from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I never really knew why Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder was called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and the Willy Wonka with James Cagney was called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was mostly about Charlie, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was mostly about Willy Wonka. Anyway, what the original has over the remake is giant mushrooms that grow whipped cream. Like, the spots on the mushrooms are like bowls filled with icing or something that you can scoop out with your hand. It reminds me of when my mom bakes cakes and I get to lick the spoon. Number 4, the mushrooms from Hollow Knight. There's this level in Hollow Knight where there are mushrooms everywhere. I really hate that level because you don't get the map for it until the end of the game, even though you enter it in the beginning of the game. You have to jump on mushrooms and hit them with your sword to make you bounce higher. It's a lot like nerd pulling in Minecraft, where you jump and put dirt under your feet. There are also mushrooms with funny screams that you can kill, but they don't give you much geo. Number 3, the mushrooms from Cowboy Bebop. My favorite episode of Cowboy Bebop involves a dude selling druggy mushrooms. However, rather than catching the druggy mushroom man and getting the bounty, the Bebop crew have nothing to show for their troubles other than healthy mushrooms. Fortunately, Jet is a good enough cook that he can make 10 different mushroom dishes that all look the same. The best part of the episode is when all the characters accidentally get high off some of the druggy mushrooms and have silly hallucinations and movements. Number 2, Mellow Mushrooms. The Mellow Mushroom is a fun restaurant with good atmosphere. They always play rock music, and cool posters are on all of the walls. Mellow Mushroom was the place I was at when I watched the Atlanta Falcons lose the Super Bowl. Living in Georgia, that was a very hard day for me. Anyway, they're the place I always order the shiitake pizza at. There's a creamy sauce on it and the flavor is very nice. Number 1. The mushrooms from Mario. The king of video game franchises is also the king of mushrooms. There are mushrooms that are healthy, mushrooms that can kill you, and mushrooms that can make you high. There are mushrooms that walk around, mushrooms you can talk to, and there is also a princess that is apparently named both Toadstool and Peach. I don't know why any princess would want to be named after something so worthless as a fruit. Toadstools are parts of mushrooms, and so Toadstool is obviously better than Peach. Anyway, I hope this list helped you understand which mushrooms are best. Pick the one that is right for you.